Good evening, everyone. Hi, this is Otis Bird III, and right now I'm going to do a video about my 2012 Major League Baseball regular season predictions. And I'm just going to just do division and wildcard winners, and I could probably go through the whole divisions, which I guess I probably could do, but I'm mainly doing my division and wildcard winners for this year. I might do a bowl prediction as well, but yeah, I'll just do I'm mainly doing my my division and wildcard winners for this and wildcard winners for this season. So I guess without further ado, here are my predictions. So I want to start out in the American League. In the American League West, as far as the American League West goes, I'm kind of torn because you want to say the Rangers because of what they've done the past couple of seasons. With going to the World Series the past 2 years and winning the division the past couple of seasons. Sure, the Rangers seem like the trendy pick, but I think I'm going to go with the Angels. I'm going to go with the Angels because they added Pujols, they added C.J. Wilson, and they just have all around decent team. I think it'll definitely be a close race between the Angels and the Rangers because because the Rangers still have decent offense, but I think losing C.J. Wilson to the Angels and having to move Natali Felice from the from the bullpen, he was their closer, to a starter might affect the Rangers a little bit. I'm not saying it's going to lose that many games for them because their offense could kind of make up for those losses, but I think that they'll definitely both of those teams will definitely battle out in that division. But I think the Angels will probably win the division probably just by probably like a game or two. It'll be very close. So I think the Angels will for sure win the division. It's kind of hard to bet against team that has pools on it though for real. But yeah, I'm gonna go with the Angels in that division. The Lions will definitely be better with Pujols in it, and of course they're gonna have Kendrys Morales back, I think, and he'll probably DH for them. And Pujols might DH too, but he'll probably play first base a lot. And of course, adding C.J. Wilson to the rotation will really improve the rotation as well with him. Jarrett Weaver, Joel Pinheiro, Irvin Santana. So the Angels will probably the Angels will have probably a decent year this year. So I think they'll for sure win that division. And I think the Rangers will be in second place, but I think they'll be one of the AL wild cards. So yeah, I think it'll definitely be race between the Angels and the Rangers this year, as a lot of people are saying. With the Angels winning the division and the Rangers coming in second place as one of the AL wild cards. Third place that division, I'm going to go with the A's, even though they basically traded everybody this offseason. The people they got in the trades and adding Yoenis Cespedes and Manny, might help them out a little bit. I mean, I still think they might only win like 75 games this year, but basically seeing what Cespedes does, or Cespedes, I don't know how you pronounce his name, but those are the two pronunciations I've heard. So, but he had a home run last week in one of the two games in Japan, and it looks like that guy's going to be the real deal. I kind of wish the Giants would have gotten him, but I mean, it'll be interesting to see what he does to the A's, and then what Manny does when Manny comes back from his suspension. So I think the A's will just by, I guess, having Cespedes and Manny and the other guys that they got in those trades, and the other dishes that they made this past offseason, they'll probably be in third place. And as far as last place, it'll be the Mariners. The Mariners, they have some decent pieces. Of course, the Felix Hernandez. They traded for Jesus Montero. They traded Michael Pineda for Jesus Montero. But other than that, they don't really have a whole lot, really. I mean, they have Dustin Ackley as their second baseman. He's a speedy guy, leadoff hitter. But I mean, the Mariners will probably be in fourth place this year. So I guess that's my American League West predictions. Well, with the Angels winning the division and the Rangers being one of the wild cards from that division. As far as the AL Central goes, I'm going to go with the Detroit Tigers. And how can you not go with the Tigers? They added Prince Fielder, and of course, they still have Miguel Cabrera. They still have Justin Verlander. They have Austin Jackson, who's their speedy center fielder, leadoff hitter. And even though they're going to lose Victor Martinez for the season, they're definitely the team to beat in that division. Just by adding Fielder, and of course Verlander is already there. So I'm going to go with the Tigers as the AL Central Division winner. I think Minnesota and Cleveland will be in the AL Central race too. Minnesota is always kind of one of those underrated teams because they don't really have too many star players. I mean, they have Francisco Liriano, and they have Denard Span. They added Josh Willingham in the offseason, but they don't really have like a player that really stands out. Like, oh, that guy's gonna hit 30 home runs for them. But I mean, they'll probably sure be in the race this year. I think they're gonna be in second place. The Indians, they added Derek Lowe and they re-signed Grady Sizemore, but they didn't really do much else really. But I still think they're good enough to probably be In third place, they have, they traded for Iqbal Jimenez last year at the trade deadline. So I think they'll probably be third place in that division. I think the White Sox will be in fourth place. I'm sorry, President. I'm sorry, President Obama. Yeah, we all know President Obama is a White Sox fan, but I don't really see the White Sox doing anything this year. And the fifth place will be the Royals. The Royals. They didn't really do much this offseason either. I mean, they traded Melky Cabrera to the Giants for Jonathan Sanchez, and I heard Sanchez is not having a good spring, so we'll see what he does, in the American League this year. But the Royals didn't really do much, but I think they'll be in last place this year. I'm sorry, Royals fans, but yeah, so that's pretty much my AL Central predictions. I think the Tigers win that division. As far as the AL East goes, I'm gonna go. You could go with the Yankees or the Red Sox, but I'm gonna go with the Yankees. It's almost like how can you bet against the Yankees? With CC Sabathia, with Jeter, with A Rod, with Mark Teixeira, with Curtis Granderson, Nick Swisher. They're just a great team. They added Michael Pineda, so they're and Hiroki Kuroda as well. Of course, they have Mariano Rivera as the closer. And just it's really hard to bet against the Yankees every year. They always find a way to get it done. They always find a way to make the playoffs every year. So I'm sure going to pick the Yankees to win that division. I think the Red Sox will win. They'll be in second place and they'll win the AL wild card. They'll win the other AL wild card spot. The Red Sox are good, of course. They have a new manager. And Bobby Valentine. They're going to change a lot of things there. No more chicken and beer in the clubhouse. I guess they can't drink anymore. And they're changing everything. But I mean, they're still a great team though. With Josh Beckett in their rotation, John Lester, they have Carl Crawford, they have Jacoby Ellsbury, Dustin Pedroia, Adrian Gonzalez. They're just a decent team, man. So I think the Red Sox will be, despite the collapse last year, I think they'll make the playoffs this year. I don't think that's going to happen this year, but I don't think the collapse is going to happen this year, but they'll for sure make the playoffs this year. I think they'll be the other wild card, and yeah, I think the Rays will also be in the race, but I think they'll be in third place. I'm sorry, Rays fans. But the Rays, I mean, they have a decent offense. That they brought back Carlos Pena, and of course they have B.J. Upton, and they're just a decent team overall. But sadly for them, they're in the AL East, and I guess they'll be in third. I think they'll be in third place this year. And another team that might be up and coming, in the AL East is the Toronto Blue Jays. I mean, they have a good offense there with Batista. They have Rajay Davis, and they have other good players there too. But sadly for them as well, they're in the AL East. But they have a decent offense though. But I see them coming in fourth place. And of course the Blue Jays, they changed the uniforms. They went back to the old school uniforms, and they look pretty cool, I have to admit. So I guess that'll be something to watch. That their new uniforms, and of course the players they have on the field. But the Blue Jays will be in fourth place this year, and of course the Orioles, they'll be in last place. I'm sorry, Orioles fans. So yeah, those are my AL predictions with the Red Sox and the Rangers being the AL wild cards for this year, I think. As far as the NL goes, I'm going to start off with the NL West, and as a Giants fan, I hate to say this, but I think the Diamondbacks will win this division. I mean, they're just a great team. The Giants have the best pitching in the division. The Diamondbacks have like the best all-around team, I think. Still, some people think they're going to fall off this year, but I think they might continue where they left off. I mean, they added Trevor Cahill to the rotation. Thanks a lot, Billy Beane, for doing that. I'm saying that's sarcastically, by the way, as a Giants fan. They added Trevor Cahill. They added Craig Breslow as well, from the A's. They added Jason Kubel, and of course they already have a decent team with Justin Upton, Paul Goldschmidt, Chris Young, Stephen Drew, Miguel Montero. They're just a decent team. They have the best all around team in this division, I think. So I guess I'll go with the Diamondbacks as the winner for this division, as much as it pains me to say this as a Giants fan. But for the Giants, though, I think the Giants will be in second place, though, and I think the Giants will be one of the NL wild cards this year. The Giants are too talented to miss the playoffs this year, and they should be better this year. With the rotation, that the Giants have, with Buster Posey coming back, they added Melky Cabrera, Angel Pagan. So it'll be interesting to see what they do. Of course, it'll be interesting to see the season that Pablo Sandoval has this year. And it'll be interesting to see if Huff can go back to what he did in 2010. But yeah, I think the Giants will be the second place team in this division. And of course, the pitching is sick with Lincecum. Kane got his new deal yesterday, so that was good news for us Giants fans. Good news for the Giants. They'll be interesting to see what Madison Bumgarner does this year. They'll be interesting to see what Ryan Vogelsong does this year. Even though he's going to start the season on a deal, but I think he'll have a decent season. And sadly, we have Barry Zito. The Giants have Barry Zito as fifth starter. Honestly, don't think that's going to work out. I mean, I was probably going to wait till like the end of my video to say this, but my bold prediction is Barry Zito's going to win 5 games this year. I'm sorry to say that, but I just don't see it going well. I mean, the guy, he could barely go 4 or 5 innings. He apparently worked for the Tom House and he changed his livery and everything. But he's in spring training, he got lit up, and I just don't see it going well. Hopefully, I'm wrong, but it's just I don't know. I'm just as a Giants fan, I'm done with Barry Zito. It's like the Giants should just cut their losses and just get rid of the guy. Yeah, I doubt they're going to do that, but it's just I don't know, man. This is frustrating, but I don't know. We'll see. At least the Giants have other guys that they can bring up, like Eric Surkamp, even though he's injured right now. But when he gets healthy, they could probably consider him as a fifth starter. And they have other guys too, I think, in Fresno that they could bring up. But we'll see. So I think the Giants will be the second place team in this division. I think the Rockies will be in third place. The Rockies, they have great offense and they play well at Coors Field, but they don't play well on the road. And it looks like they're kind of somewhat rebuilding with their rotation. They don't have Ubaldo Jimenez anymore, but they have a 49-year-old Jamie Moyer. So there you go. So, but I think that the Rockies, they have Troy Tulowitzki, they have Carlos Gonzalez, they have Todd Helton, they had Ramon Hernandez this offseason. They have Dexter Fowler. They're a decent offensive team, but I think they'll probably be a third place team in this division in the National League West. Fourth place, I'm going to go with the Dodgers. There's excitement with Dodgers now with their new ownership that they have now. With Magic Johnson, Magic Johnson's group, which sadly includes Peter Guber, who's one of the Warriors owners. But yeah, there's excitement with the Dodgers. But going into the season.